Okay, I'm going to show you how to take apart and cleaning a Browning 9mm handgun. The very first thing that you do with any gun when you're taking it apart or cleaning it or whatever you're doing with it, anytime you do anything with a gun, you want to make sure that your gun is clear. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to take the slide and I'm going to lock it back here. And there's nothing in the barrel, no magazine in the gun. It's actually best that you keep no ammunition anywhere near your gun while you're cleaning. That way you don't have any problems. Okay, so the very first thing that you're actually going to do is you're going to lock your gun back with not the safety, but this pin here. Once that's locked back, you can actually just push on the pin on this side of it right here, and it should come out a little bit here. Then what you do is you push back as far as you can and lock your safety on. The reason for that is you're going to be taking this pin out, and if you do that without it being locked back, the slide will shoot across the room and cause harm to somebody or break something or maybe even damage your gun. So you want to make sure that your safety has the slide locked back before you take this pin out. Then you just grab and you pull the pin out. You set that aside. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hold it here again so that it doesn't go flying across the room, and you're going to release your safety and slowly let the slide forward. Then you just pull the slide straight off, and this is the receiver trigger housing. You set that aside because you're not going to be taking this part apart. It's actually not suggested to take this apart because of how hard it is to put back together. You may have to take it to a gunsmith if you don't know what you're doing, and it's actually just a lot of stuff that you don't want to screw with. So we'll set that aside, and you can still clean it and everything, just don't take that part apart. Then you've got your slide, your pin, and your barrel. What you're going to be doing then is this little spring, you just pull back on it and release it slowly, and you slide that right out. Set that aside. Then you just lift up on the barrel and slide it back. The barrel comes out, and then you have your slide. You're not going to be taking this apart, but it is a lot easier to clean once it's disassembled in this way. So when you're done, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of your gun. After you clean it and oil it up, simple to put back together. You just take your barrel and you slide it inside the slide. Then what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that this little ring is facing down. There's kind of like a little, looks like it points down a little bit. You want to make sure that that is pointing down, or else your gun will not go back together properly. What you're going to do is you're going to take that little spring and you're going to slide it back into this little hole here, right in there. And then you're just going to grab, push back, and connect it right there to the barrel, the bottom of the barrel here. Okay? Now once that is done, you're going to take your receiver and trigger housing, you're going to take this and you're going to slide it right onto those little grooves there, right onto that rail. Once you do that, the gun is pretty much lined up. You just push back, and it should look like this. Then what you do is you slide your slide back and lock it into position again with the safety. Make sure the safety is on before you let go of the gun, or else you're going to have an incident where the slide flies off and could damage your gun, hurt somebody else, etc. You're going to take your pin and you're going to put it, I'm trying to do it so you can see it here, this little hole right here. You're going to take this and you're going to put it right inside there, push it in, make sure that this is lined up here with that, and then you just push, lift this a little bit and push until it slides flat. You want it to be flush with the slide. Once that is in, you can release your slide with your safety, and it's good to keep your hand here just so that if it does not lock in correctly, it doesn't go flying. Once that's in, you just check it to make sure it's all solid, everything's in the right place, everything's working, including this little lever here. You want to lock that back, make sure. And that is the basic disassembly for the Browning 9mm high-power handgun.